Welcome to Global Discovery Hub. I'm your host, and today we're exploring the magnificent Rio de Janeiro, the dazzling jewel of Brazil. Nestled on the country's southeastern coast, Rio is Brazil's second-largest city and former capital, sprawling between lush mountains and the sparkling Atlantic Ocean. Known to locals simply as Rio, this metropolis perfectly captures Brazil's vibrant spirit. It's a city where natural beauty meets urban energy, where ancient traditions blend with modern innovation, and where the rhythm of samba echoes through streets lined with colonial architecture and sleek skyscrapers alike. What makes Rio truly special? Perhaps it's the breathtaking landscape, with the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue watching over the city from atop Corcovado Mountain. Maybe it's the passionate football culture that flows through the veins of every carioca, as Rio's residents are called. Or perhaps it's the intoxicating blend of cultures that have shaped this diverse city over centuries. Whatever the reason, Rio de Janeiro isn't just a destination. It's an experience that captivates all your senses. Natural wonders. Rio de Janeiro's geography is nothing short of spectacular. Imagine a bustling metropolis sandwiched between verdant mountains and crystal-clear beaches. This is Rio's reality. The city is famous for its natural harbor featuring the entrance to Guanabara Bay, which Portuguese explorers mistook for a river when they arrived on January 1st, 1502, hence naming it Rio de Janeiro, or January River. Copacabana and Ipanema beaches aren't just strips of sand. They're the city's communal living rooms where locals and tourists alike gather to socialize, play volleyball, and soak up the tropical sun. The 2.5-mile stretch of Copacabana Beach is a microcosm of Rio itself, vibrant, diverse, and always buzzing with activity. Rising dramatically above the city is Sugarloaf Mountain, accessible by a scenic cable car ride that offers panoramic views of the bay, the city, and the surrounding forests. And of course, there's the 125-foot Christ the Redeemer statue, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, standing with outstretched arms as if embracing the entire city below. What many visitors don't realize is that Rio is also home to the world's largest urban forest, Tijuca National Park. This hand-planted rainforest covers nearly 8,300 acres and provides a refreshing escape from the urban hustle, with hiking trails leading to hidden waterfalls and viewpoints offering spectacular cityscapes. Cultural heritage. Rio's cultural identity is as rich and diverse as its landscape. The city's history has been shaped by indigenous peoples, Portuguese colonizers, African slaves, and European and Asian immigrants, creating a melting pot of traditions, cuisines, and artistic expressions. In the heart of Rio lies the bohemian neighborhood of Lapa, where historic buildings have been transformed into lively bars and music venues. Here, under the iconic Lapa Arches, an 18th-century aqueduct, you'll find yourself swept up in the authentic sounds of samba and choro music that spill into the streets until dawn. The Museum of Tomorrow, a futuristic science museum designed by Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, stands in stark contrast to the colonial architecture of the nearby Candelaria Church and the National Library. This juxtaposition perfectly symbolizes Rio's ability to honor its past while embracing the future. For a taste of local life, venture to the weekly Feira de São Cristóvão, a massive northeastern cultural fair where you can sample cuisines from across Brazil while watching traditional forró dancing, or explore the colorful tiles of the Celarón Steps, an ever-evolving art installation created by Chilean artist Jorge Celarón as a tribute to the Brazilian people. Carnival, the greatest show on earth. Nothing captures Rio's spirit quite like Carnival. This pre-Lenten celebration transforms the city into the world's biggest party for 5 days of non-stop music, dancing, and spectacular parades. The main event takes place at the Sambadrome, a purpose-built parade venue where Rio's top samba schools compete in an explosion of color, rhythm, and creativity. Each school, representing different neighborhoods, spends the entire year preparing their performance, designing elaborate costumes, choreographing dances, and composing original samba songs. What makes Rio's Carnival unique is that it's not just a tourist attraction, but a deeply ingrained cultural tradition where communities come together to express their identity and heritage. Behind the feathers and sequins are stories of struggle, resilience, and pride, often reflecting social and political themes relevant to Brazilian society. Beyond the Sambadrome, Carnival spreads throughout the city with hundreds of street parties called blocos, where anyone can join the festivities. From the massive crowds that follow the Cordão de Bola Preta Bloco through downtown to the family-friendly atmosphere of Suvaco do Cristo near the Botanical Gardens, there's a celebration for everyone. A religion. In Rio de Janeiro, football isn't just a sport. It's a religion, a way of life, and a source of immense civic pride. The city has produced some of football's greatest legends, including Zico, Ronaldo, and Garrincha, who learned their skills on Rio's beaches and street corners before conquering the world stage. The Maracanã Stadium, once the largest football stadium in the world, stands as a temple to the beautiful game. Though renovated for the 2014 World Cup, it retains its mythical status as the venue where over 200,000 fans witnessed Brazil's heartbreaking loss to Uruguay in the 1950 World Cup final, an event still referred to as the Maracanazo, and remembered as a national trauma. Rio is home to 4 major football clubs: Flamengo, Fluminense, Vasco da Gama, and Botafogo. The rivalries between these teams divide families and neighborhoods, but also bind the city together in a shared passion. On match days, the streets become seas of club colors as fans make their way to stadiums, and the city pulses with tension and excitement. What's fascinating about football in Rio is how it transcends social boundaries. From the favelas perched on hillsides to the luxury apartments along Copacabana, the love for the game unites people across the city's stark socioeconomic divides. Some of Brazil's greatest players emerged from Rio's poorest communities, using football as a path to a better life and inspiring generations of young cariocas to follow in their footsteps. Modern challenges and resilience. Like many major cities, Rio faces significant challenges. The stark contrast between wealth and poverty is visible in the juxtaposition of luxurious beachfront condominiums and hillside favelas. Security concerns, infrastructure issues, and environmental challenges continue to test the city's resilience. Yet it's precisely this resilience that defines Rio's character. Despite difficulties, cariocas maintain their joie de vivre and creative spirit. Community-led initiatives in favelas have transformed many of these neighborhoods into vibrant cultural hubs. Street art adorns buildings throughout the city, turning urban spaces into open-air galleries that often address social issues with bold creativity. The 2016 Olympic Games brought both opportunities and controversies to Rio, but also showcased the city's ability to welcome the world with open arms. New transportation networks, including an expanded metro system and the VLT tram in the revitalized Porto area, have improved mobility throughout the city. Gastronomic delights. Rio's culinary scene reflects its multicultural heritage. From sophisticated restaurants in Leblon to casual beachside kiosks, food is an essential part of the carioca experience. Don't miss the opportunity to visit a traditional boteco, a casual bar serving cold beer and simple but delicious snacks like bolinho de bacalhau, codfish fritters, or pastéis, fried pastries with various fillings. For a truly authentic experience, try a feijoada lunch on Saturday. This hearty black bean stew with various pork cuts is Brazil's national dish and is typically served with rice, collard greens, farofa, toasted cassava flour, and orange slices. Acai bowls, fresh tropical fruits, and coconut water sipped directly from the shell provide refreshing relief from Rio's tropical heat. And of course, no visit would be complete without experiencing a traditional Brazilian steakhouse, or churrascaria, where servers continuously bring skewers of perfectly grilled meats to your table until you surrender. Rio de Janeiro is more than a destination. It's a sensory experience that stays with you long after you've left. It's the taste of a caipirinha, enjoyed as the sun sets over Ipanema Beach. It's the sound of samba drums echoing through colonial streets. It's the feeling of sand between your toes as you join an impromptu football match on Copacabana. Despite its challenges, or perhaps because of them, Rio maintains an irrepressible spirit that continues to captivate visitors from around the world. It's a city of contrasts where nature and urban development, tradition and innovation, sorrow and joy coexist in a delicate balance that somehow works beautifully. As the great Brazilian composer Tom Jobim once said, "Brazil is not for beginners." Perhaps nowhere is this more true than in Rio de Janeiro. Complex, challenging, but ultimately irresistible. Whether you come for the festivals, the football, the food, or simply to experience one of the world's most dramatically beautiful cities, Rio will leave its mark on your heart. From all of us at Global Discovery Hub, thanks for joining our journey through the marvelous city. Until next time, keep exploring.